What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a different format kind of video. No scary games, no book reviews. This book oriented though, and it is going to be a book haul. So this past weekend, I went to a local public library book sale with my wonderful girlfriend, and we got some books. They were doing a deal. You buy a box for like $10, whatever you fit in the box, you can take home. So my girlfriend let me pick out a couple books to put in the box. So we're gonna be talking about those today, and so we'll go through one by one. We'll discuss what I got, and yeah, that'll be the video. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment. All right, everyone. So the first pull that I'm going to take out of this magic box that I have under this table that I'm using, of course, will be. And if you're following the Instagram, you saw this one first, right? You guys ate first. Is that what they say? Um, but I did pick up some westerns this time around, try to expand my tastes. I like to read a little bit of everything. So the first one we have is The Judge Border War. I don't know if that's the name of the series, but look at that cover. It's pretty sweet, right? Hank Edwards. I also tried to get westerns by different authors. I wasn't just picking the same author. Um, but Torn crosses the border to kill a bandit or catch a bullet. So pretty cool. I love that cover. Uh, looks like your classic western. I don't know what a classic western is because I haven't read one before. But so the Judge. Let's pick up another western find that I found out of the magic box, and that is the Mojave Crossing by Louis L'Amour. L'Amour? I think it's L'Amour or L'Amour. Another cool cover on that one. We got a cowboy and a dude with an eye patch. So that's pretty rad. Um, we got a little synopsis on the back. Tell Sackett was no ladies' man, so already a book, a little bit of autobiography here. But he could spot trouble easily enough, and Dorinda Robaseo was the kind of trouble he wanted to avoid at any time, even more so when he had 30 pounds of gold in his saddlebags and a long way to travel. There's more, but for the sake of the video, we're going to move on to the last Western that I stumbled upon, and that is going to be, and this is a pretty popular name. I think if you walk into any bookstore near the Western section, you'll see this guy's name, William W. Johnstone, with J.A. Johnstone, relative, maybe his son, I don't know. But this one is called Strike of the Mountain Man. A little bit thicker here than the other ones. That was part of the appeal of getting the first two, was the short reads to make my good reads look better at the end of the year. But um, in Colorado territory, Smoke Jensen is trying to live at peace with the big, beautiful world around him. Then a tin horn named Puddle enters his valley and unleashes a hellstorm of a range war. Pretty sweet. I love the naming of these Western stories. The names are always pretty solid, pretty distinct. So now let's move on to some other genres of books that I picked up. All right, so these two books are actually not in the same genre, but they're the only two of their genre that I got, so I'm going to lump them together. But first, we're going to start with another sort of category of, genre writing that I have not read much of, actually, at all of. And here we have Material Witness by Robert K. Tannenbaum. Now, I think this is a thriller, maybe like has something to do with like law with it because we got like the javel from like the judge or whatever. Is it javel? Is that what it's called? Davel? I don't know. But here we go. A complicated, consistently entertaining thriller. Tannenbaum knows his criminal procedure cold. So yeah, we got some law enforcement, some law here. It was bad news when New York's top celebrity athlete was blown away in his white caddy with a huge stash of coke. Those bullets buried his good name in the dirt along with him. That's when Assistant DA Butch Carp, that's just, you can't come up with a better name than that, grabbed control from officials all too eager to muddy the case into oblivion for political reasons. On his side were his very pregnant wife slash partner, Marlene Ciampi, taking the kind of risks even the police wouldn't touch, and a burnout, juiced up cop who'd already seen his best days. So we got a wash cop as well. So this is a setup for a perfect thriller good cop, bad cop narrative, right? I don't know what I'm saying there, but yeah. So we got Material Witness. I kind of like this cover too, not as much as the Western ones, but simplistic. Can't go wrong there. If any of you guys have read Tannenbaum before or William W. Johnstone, let me know in the comments. I'm not familiar with any of their games, but they seem pretty popular. So, and this next book we have is a genre that I'm a little familiar with, and that is science fiction sci-fi. And I have heard this name in the space before, and that is Alan Dean Foster. And this specific book is called Phylogenesis, and this is the first book of the founding of the Commonwealth. So I've heard of the Commonwealth online in certain threads when people talk about sci-fi universes. So I'm excited to see what this one's like. I always like to read older works, see the differences from then to now. I think this is him on the back on the beach. Looks like he's on Arrakis. Pretty cool though. Here we go. Oh, in the years after first contact, humans and the insect-like Thrax agreed to a tentative sharing of ideas and cultures, despite the ingrained repulsion they had yet to overcome. Mindful that one day they might need each other as allies, the leaders of the two species conceded that the only way to reach an accommodation was through a slow, lengthy process of limited contact. When the time was right, the leaders of both worlds were revealed to their respective peoples that a union with an alien race was indeed possible. Oh, here we go. However, they never planned for a chance meeting between a misfit artist and a petty thief. Desvin Dupur was a talented Thrax poet who was bored with his life and needed new inspiration for his work. Hearing a rumor that a secret alien contact project existed on his homeworld, he recklessly forged a new identity and headed off to find his muse. So that's pretty sweet. Then we got a little bit about the author and his career on that. But yeah, this cover's kind of pretty cool too. I like it. I always like the old covers. Um, so I'm excited to get into this one. This will be my first Alan Dean Foster book. So see if I like his writing style or not. And then the last section, of course, is going to be fantasy. Because I am a large nerd. So let's get into that one. Now I'm gonna put a hard. First for the fantasy genre, guys, we have the line between short stories by Peter S. Beagle. Now, the only reason I picked this one up was because of the author, Peter S. Beagle. I've heard that his writing is pretty awesome. He has a couple books, like The Last Unicorn, I think is one, and he just released another one. I believe it's Now You've Got Dragons is the name of that one. It's pretty popular on the site. Uh, but I've heard that he's excellent in his writing, so I thought I would pick this up since I saw his name on it. And I do like to read short stories, to help on my own craft. And we have a blurb by Ursula K. Le Guin, an expert on those heart's reasons that reason does not know. So, I mean, if Ursula K. Le Guin's giving a blurb, then it has to be good, right? But I don't know. There's a synopsis for this one since it's a collection of short stories. But here we go. Book list. This is what they said. The only contemporary to remind me of Tolkien. I mean, that's high praise, right? Next, we have a work. I got two works by this author. Found a couple of his stories there. I've seen his name pop up a lot. I've never read any of his work. I'm not even familiar if he's popular in the sphere or not. But biggest reason I picked up this one because it was book one in a series, and the cover is pretty sweet, I would say, and that is Imager, Imager. I'm gonna say Imager by L.E. Modesitt Jr. Now look at that cover. Let's see if we can get it. That's pretty cool. We got this dude like doing art. Maybe that's part of the magic system, is his like drawing or whatever. But it's also mass market paperback, which I like. Carry it around easier. This is book one of the Imager portfolio. So pretty neat. Um, Here we go. Although Renthal is the son of a leading wool merchant, he has spent years becoming a journeyman painter. With his skill and diligence, Ren stands to be considered for the status of master artisan. His entire life is transformed when his master patron is killed in a flash fire, and Ren discovers he is an imager, one of the few in the entire world who can visualize things and make them real. So I called that one, guys. I mean, effortlessly. No, but um, it seems pretty interesting. I'm always a fan of fantasy. Seems like I think this is an older author. I'm not sure how where to date Ellie Modest Jr., but I'm excited to get into this one. It's only about around 400 pages or five. It's just not bad for fantasy. It's like a novella. Um, but yeah. And then here's the other one I picked up. That's by Ellie Modest. I had to get this one for the sole purpose that it looks like the hardcover Wheel of Time book artwork. And if you guys are familiar with the channel, you know I'm a fan of that series. But this is the the Magi, the Magi of Sidor. I'm gonna say the Magi of Sidor. And first off, let's just take a moment to look at the cover. Look at like the lettering. You got these dudes on a horse. They got like funny armor. I don't know. Is that like a lizard dinosaur in the corner? Um, but yeah, it's also I think the first novel or first book in a series, prequel series. Here we go. By Publisher Weeklies on Colors of Chaos. I guess this is another. Maybe this isn't the first book in a series. Oh well, that'll be a good YouTube video idea, I guess. But a powerful, educated, serious, and understated imagination is plainly at work in this latest entry to a saga that is beginning to take on the complexity of Robert George's Wheel of Time. Wow. I know, isn't that crazy? I mean, and we got the same artist to do the cover work too. Let's check this blurb out. Um, the Magi of Sidor marks the beginning of a new tale from deep within the rich depths of the history of Recluse. Reclusi, you say? This is the story of Lauren, a talented boy born into a family of magi. A fastidious student of remarkable talent, Lauren lacks the single most coveted attribute required of a magus of Sidor: unquestionable loyalty. Lauren is too independent for his own good. Look at this. We got a map, guys. I mean, it's not fancy without a map, right? That is sweet. It's even got like the Wheel of Time book maps have. Well, yeah, pretty sweet pickup there. And speaking of Wheel of Time, the last book, which actually wasn't from this book haul. Funny story. This is actually my Valentine's Day present from my girlfriend. Her strategy was to hide this book in plain sight, so I like wouldn't find the gift. Um, but then I picked up all these books from the stack on my floor. Uh, I do have bookshelves, but and this book was in it in the stack in the middle. But here we have it, guys. We have Towers of Midnight, Wheel of Time, Book 13, the second to last book. Now, I am currently on book 8, Winter's Heart, but we're going to get here eventually. And these hardcovers are, they go off the shelf pretty quick, so it's nice to have a copy. But yeah, I mean, Will Time, that's hard to beat. We got. I'm not gonna read the synopsis for this one. I don't want to spoil the story for me. But we got the sweet map like we did in the Ellie Modest Junior book. But yeah, if you've read Will Time, you're familiar with this map by now. But yeah, pretty sweet. And thank you to my girlfriend. And that'll do it for this video for the Bookman Weekly Sunday upload, guys. Thank you for watching. Uh, should have a book review soon. I'm planning on releasing a TBR reel. The reels do good. The reels do good on the channel, so I'm probably gonna do one for February. Currently reading Morning Star, trying to get through that, the third book in the Red Rising saga. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you happen to like this video. Also, I have a Instagram under the same name, Roland Quincy Media. So if you guys are on Instagram, want to check that out, go there. I'll post occasionally on there too. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.